Why do you think it is that there was a massive build-up of sightings during and following World War II? I'm sure many of you will know the answer. I think you're correct. We were not only developing atomic bombs, but we were fast developing hydrogen bombs. And in 1948, a previously secret Project Sign report, American report, stated as follows: such a civilization might observe that on Earth we now have atomic bombs and are fast developing rockets. In view of the past history of mankind, they should be alarmed, and we should therefore expect at this time above all to behold such visitations. This is part of a top secret United States Air Force's Europe document relating to discussions with their Swedish counterparts. And some of the information in the second paragraph in particular is very interesting. The Swedes thought that some reliable and fully technically qualified Swedes have reached the conclusion that these phenomena are obviously the result of a high technical skill which cannot be credited to any presently known culture on Earth. They are therefore assuming that these objects originate from some previously known or unidentified technology, possibly outside the Earth. I think many of you are familiar with the Canadian government scientist and engineer Wilbur Smith, who in a top secret Canadian government document stated that the matter is the most highly classified subject in the United States government, rating higher even than the hydrogen bomb. Flying saucers exist. Their method of operation, modus operandi, is unknown, but concentrated effort is being made by a small group headed by Dr. Vannevar Bush. The entire matter is considered by the United States authorities to be of tremendous significance. And indeed, it was significant that a small group was to be headed by Vannevar Bush because he was one of the prime movers of the project, the Manhattan Engineering District, that was the code name, project to develop the world's first nuclear weapons. And I can tell you that even not just at that time, but ever since that time, the concentration of effort studying and controlling this subject resides in those who deal with the nuclear business. This is another top secret document which you might not be familiar with, from Wilbur Smith, the Canadian scientist and engineer. They were talking about they want to get clearance for Smith to visit the appropriate service in the United States to discuss the use of terrestrial magnetic forces in relation to aerodynamic problems associated with saucer-shaped objects. And Wilbur Smith's source for the information about the supreme high secrecy of the subject and the fact that it was all very real was given to Smith by Dr. Robert Sarbacher.